What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joseph Parker, Oleksandr Usyk. According to David Higgins, is the promoter of Joseph Parker, says that he expects a 70-30 split in favor of Parker, Mr. Spidey himself. He claims that they're the A side because of that. They want 70-30 split in their favor. Now, he explains. He says that the reason why they feel that Joseph Parker should have the 70-30 is because Usyk hasn't earned his stripes at heavyweight. Okay, this is what Higgins told Sky Sports. Joseph Parker is an A side, and he has sold out the Principality Stadium with Joshua. He sold out the O2 Arena with White. He's the A side. So if Usyk wants to share the ring with Parker, I would expect 70-30 open book revenue share in Parker's favor. I'll get ridiculed for that. But listen, Parker has beaten Andy Ruiz. He sold out the Principality and the O2, and he's the big name. He's a big name in the UK. So Usyk is the B side. Those are the words of Higgins. Look, of course Higgins is supposed to think that he's the A side. But honestly, the two fights that he's sold out, he's lost. Okay? He's lost to Joshua at the Principality Arena. He's lost to Dillian White, which was a good fight, but he lost. He lost both times, which put him in a situation where he needs Oleksandr Usyk more than Oleksandr Usyk needs him. And in fact, Oleksandr Usyk is his own selling commodity. Okay? I don't think David Higgins should go to that extreme with 70-30. You know, yes, Joseph Parker's a former WBO champion. I get it. He has fought Joshua. He has fought Dillian White. He's come up short twice. He has beat Andy Ruiz, though. But Andy Ruiz broke Joseph Parker's credibility when Andy Ruiz lost to Joshua in the rematch. So I think what he's saying about Usyk not even being tested at heavyweight, that has nothing to do with his markability. So I don't even know why he mentioned that in this article. But, you know, with the two sellouts with Joseph Parker, White, Joseph Parker, Joshua, I think what the question would be, can Joseph Parker sell out? Can he sell that out by himself? That's the question you ask yourself. Because, see, I see what Higgins is trying to do. He's trying to, hey, my fighter's the A side because he's fought other A side fighters. What does that matter? That means he's just been in the ring. He shared the ring with these guys. That doesn't mean he was the reason why the fans put their asses in the seats and bought the tickets. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't have anything to do with Parker. Parker was just the opponent at the time. You know, he was a decent opponent. He was a good opponent. But he wasn't the reason for those sales. The day Joseph Parker can go to O2 Arena, go to other arenas in the UK and sell out on his own with no one attached to his name, that's when he can demand a 70-30 split. You know, and it seems like to me, honestly, I don't like the attitude that David Higgins is coming. It's aggressive. It sounds greedy, but it also sounds like he's trying to price himself out. You know, and he needs to understand something very important. Joseph Parker is not mandated to fight for the WBO champion for the belt. He's not. He's high on the rankings. Usyk is. Usyk is the guy that has the guaranteed mandated shot. Of course, Usyk wants Joseph Parker. That's his preference. But I see that David Higgins, what he's trying to play is, oh, we're the A side. If that's what Usyk's thinking, he's going to have to take 30 and we're going to take 70. Well, if I'm not mistaken, you're not the undisputed ex-cruiserweight champion. You're not the former ex-cruiserweight champion. You're not mandated for this fight. You know, he can fight for that, but he is not the guy that has an automatic title shot at that crown. It could be fucking Chisora. Okay? So what David Higgins doing, I don't like. Now, if you'd have said 60-40, I'd be like, okay, that's a lot better than 30-70. You're trying to shit all on the former cruiserweight champion of the world, undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, by saying, hey, you know what? Fuck what you done at cruiserweight. You're taking 30 and we'll take 70. If you want to fight my fighter. Well, obviously, I don't think you really want your fighter to fight if you're going to those extremes already. They're not even at the negotiation table, but he's already saying, hey, this is what we would expect. Take it or leave it. That's what it sounds like in this article, and it's not cool. Do you know what I mean? You know, if Usyk wants to share the ring with Parker, like, what the fuck? You know, you're comparing a former undisputed cruiserweight champion that has never been defeated, 16 or 17-0, with 12 knockouts, compared to a guy that's a former champion at a heavyweight that was the WBO champion that has been beat twice already. You know, but yeah, you want to, oh yeah, he's beat Andy Ruiz. Okay. Andy Ruiz is not the unified champion of the world anymore. Okay, that broke his credibility. Like I told you guys, you lost to Joshua, you lost to White and Joshua. Yes, they are the star power, not Joseph Parker. He can sell out somewhere back home in New Zealand, maybe, not in the UK. So I think that David Higgins, I don't know what his angle is. I think it might just be greed. But I just hope he doesn't screw his fighter out of getting an opportunity to fight Usyk, trying to play hardball like he's doing. Because I remember once upon a time he tried that with Anthony Joshua. I remember that very well, you know. And yes, it is worth mentioning, you know, but to get those fights, if you lost those fights, you can't claim homage to those sales when you weren't even the A side in that situation. That doesn't, just because you fought A side fighters again, don't make you an A side fighter just because a fighter is coming from another weight class. Because he has his own fan base where he came from. He has his own reputation, and he's here in your division. So, you know, anyway, I just think it's aggressive, and it might just be, you know, a greedy way of trying to negotiate a fight with a fighter that I feel that it should be at least 50-50. That's what I honestly think it should be. You know, yeah, he's right. Oleksandr Usyk hasn't been tested, but that has nothing to do with how marketable he is. You know, and matter of fact, Joseph Parker hasn't even fought in America, as opposed to Usyk has fought in Chicago now. And did very good numbers, you know, on the zone. But, I mean, he did very good numbers. He has a lot of followers there. You know, there's a lot of Ukrainians in Chicago, obviously. A lot of Polish, you know, so, you know, he has a following. Joseph Parker's never fought in America. So let that sink in. So, and we don't really know where this fight's going to take place. That fight might not even be in the UK. You know, I know Eddie Hearn would want it to be in the UK, but it's not set in stone it'll be in the UK. It might be in the US. Since Parker's next fight is going to be in the US, or his first fight in the US, you know, case in point. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about David Higgins on Joseph Parker versus Oleksandr Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.